Marvelous. Let's see. What should we play? Let's go with some regular Conquest. Okay. What are we doing? Medicae nonsense. That is what I'm tracking, isn't it? I'll be with you in a moment. I'm just getting my... No, okay, yeah. Medic... yeah, okay, fine. Okay, I'm fine now. I know what I'm doing. Game-wise, now I can pay attention to the internet. Hello, internet, belatedly. This is a stabby Brit having a blow-off live stream, because, frankly, I've fucking well had enough of everything. Oh, just drama, drama, drama. Yes, Kyle Rees, you are indeed first. Congratulations. So, for the benefit of anyone watching this after the fact who doesn't know how these things work, when I live stream, I basically talk shit. Occasionally I have a plot, very rarely, however. This one I'm basically just playing Battlefield because I have had enough with this week, with this month, with this year, frankly. It can all go to fucking hell. I'm... Basically, I'm just pissed off at the fact that pretty much everyone I know, everyone I know is basically ill, or has been ill, or is fucking threatened with homelessness, or basically everyone I know is up shit creek without a paddle. And I've had enough of it. So I'm hiding from reality with Battlefield. Oh, I would be hiding from reality with For Honor, but I've fallen out with that game because it's not giving me trophies that I've earned. And that's a tank. Great start as always. This always happens when I live stream. I basically get my arse handed to me repeatedly. Shit. There we go. It took me ages to discover this gun, but I'm glad I did because it's fucking overpowered. Oh. Oh, give me a moment to get my thoughts in order, and then I'll be back into full-on ranting mode as always. This is usually what happens with the live streams as well. Tell you what, let's steal command of this squad, shall we? Fun fact, Battlefield fans, apparently, if you request orders and your squad leader isn't giving orders, the game will make you the squad leader. Which I think is a fucking great idea, because I'm tired of having to put up with incompetent people who can't be squad leader. What the? Oh! That's a guy with a sawn-off shotgun. There's a name for that. I think they're called tank hunters. There we go. There we go. Get there in the end. This is one of my sober live streams, so can you imagine what I'm like drunk? And if you do want to see that, that's usually what gets put up on Patreon these days. I cannot aim for shit. Marvelous. I'm blaming everyone watching. All gamers can attest to this fact. You're always better when no one's watching. There we go. I'm now squad leader. But if I pause to issue an order... Oh, no, he's dead. Fine. Let's try... Yes, indeed. Basically, yeah, my dad's not been well, but also now my mother's in hospital as well, which is... There we go. That's the jump start I needed. Basically, my mother's gone into hospital with... We're not sure what's wrong. She's just been, like, really, really sick the past couple of days. Throwing up a lot, not being able to eat. Not in any real pain, just feeling sick. So, having no idea why the hell this is happening, obviously we're all a little bit concerned. But it's just like the yet more bullshit we've had to put up with. Between my illness, my dad's illness, and now... yes, I think it is some... No, I think that's what they thought, but now it looks like it's something to do with her stomach, not her gallbladder. Although her gallbladder is apparently affected. And I cannot aim for shit. So, my dad and I are basically now, well, worrying after her health, after she spent months worrying after our health. I've basically got one living grandparent now, and she's in hospital as well, because, well, she's old and mentally and physically infirm. It is a long list of drama, which, frankly, I do not want to put up with anymore. The one saving grace, of course, is the fact that being British, the NHS covers for a lot of this. You know, we're not going to get hit by medical bills and stuff like that, which is a great relief, to say the least. But even so, hoping to find out what's going on. As of yet, we don't have any information. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The doctors, once you get into hospital, the doctors are shit hot and know what they're doing. But the doctors working in GP surgeries are fucking inept. They really are. I mean, my dad went in there complaining about his health conditions and was told he was fine and had a fucking heart attack in the GP's office. I went in there jaundiced, you know, which is a major symptom of terminal liver failure. And under duress, they gave me blood tests. And that was finally enough to convince them that, you know, yeah, maybe the guy who looks like he's having liver failure needs to go to hospital. And my mum, again, throwing up 2 or 3 times a day, that wasn't a concern for them. And it took badgering them and insisting they take this seriously to finally, begrudgingly, get her admitted to hospital. It is just infuriating. I do not know how you can have this staggering ineptitude within the GPs. I really don't. Maybe it's just the GPs where I live. Maybe in the rest of the country they actually know what the fuck they're doing and will do their job.
We have lost objective Edward.
But
we have taken objective.
It's all bloody stressful. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a regional thing. I mean, my experience with Aintree Hospital was overwhelmingly positive. I really don't have a bad thing to say about the people there. Aintree was shit hot on everything. The local hospitals nearby, there's like a couple of hospitals closer to where I live and where my parents live. They are pretty good. You do tend to have long waiting times, but you know, once they actually get you seen, they're good at what they do. So, I don't know. Maybe it's a regional thing. I do hear things are a lot worse in other parts of the country. The Northwest, thankfully, hasn't been hit as bad in terms of NHS cuts and shit like that. But it's only a matter of time unless we get the correct result in the election. Oh, that'll be something to look forward to, won't it? I would like to cover the election, I really would. But I don't know. I suspect that personal drama is going to take some of my motivation for making YouTube content. For me, the correct result is anyone but the fucking Tories. Yeah, as long... There's a bit of a... I've got a bit of a question as to what is right for Brexit, because Brexit is a complicated issue. No doubt. I mean, we cannot have free movement of people. It's just suicide. That is the main issue. I don't give a shit whether we're in the free market or not. I would like us to be, but if access to the single market is conditional on free movement, then I don't want it. That's basically it. I do not want any... I want control of our borders. I do not want this fucking wave of new Swedes being able to freely hop into the UK once they've drained the welfare state of Sweden. And they fucking will. You know, Sweden will bankrupt itself. They are just gonna get destroyed. I think a clean slate policy is probably a good idea. I think, to some extent or another, everything does have to be renegotiated. I mean, I've got no problem with keeping what works. There is a lot of EU legislation and trade arrangements which don't have to be changed, and we shouldn't change things for the sake of changing them. But it does present an excellent opportunity to review everything and say, look, do we actually need this? Do we actually want... what was the latest one? There was something passed about how Netflix now, 30% of their content has to be European. And, oh, hooray! Mamma Meme, welcome! So what is it? Yeah, it's something like 30% of all Netflix content and Amazon Prime content has to be European now. And there's stupid laws like that. You know... Oh, yeah, it took balls to start the negotiation with a threat, but threats only work if you're actually willing to follow up with it. And I don't think she is. I mean, when confronted by the threat of, you know, other people actually taking part in the general election, Theresa May has bravely fled the country. You know, I'd quite like to recruit Antifa to see... Not Antifa, oh Christ, that's a bit of a misspeak. I'd quite like to recruit 8chan to see whether they can find her. I mean, if they can find Shia LaBeouf's flag, hopefully they can find Theresa May. How am I doing? Fucking hell, 20... Nowhere near 20 kills.
We have lost objective Duff.
I'm just doing so badly. Are you a... Oh, you're a pilot. Pilot without a plane. So... Oh, fucking help. I'm blaming you all! I'm distracted by chat. Yeah, let's go here. Ah, yes. How do I feel about the Frexit? I think, frankly, I think if Marine Le Pen does not win this election and France does not leave the European Union, France is gone. There will not be a France anymore. We could well be seeing the end of the country. That's, you know, there's...
We have lost objective Butter.
Paris, from the outside, Paris looks fucked. And, you know, France will be the next Sweden. It will just be destroyed by the migrants. But of course, we're not supposed to call them migrants, are we? They are undocumented citizens. They are the true French. They are the true Swedes. They are the true Europeans. You know, the people whose cultural and genetic ancestry has been here for 3,000 years. No. They aren't the true people of this continent. It's the people who have no fucking claim to this continent. And that is very true as well. The more people that tell the EU to fuck off, the better it is for everyone who tells the EU to fuck off. The advantage is, of course, you can just make backdoor deals. If France declares a Frexit, then we can just make deals with them and fuck the EU. So we'll have plans to hit the ground running. Let's see. Let's see if he listens. Oh yes, there's absolutely no link between terrorism and the religion of Islam. It's just sheer coincidence that everyone who commits an act of terrorism is an atheist Christian Jew pretending to be a Muslim. frankly, it is all it is all depressing and stressful. All shit we could do without. And this is something that I saw on Facebook that pissed me off. It's people saying about how, oh, Le Pen has to lose because she's a fascist, and there's too many fascists in power. Okay, well, maybe the problem is that fascists are the only ones actually willing to admit there's a problem. I mean, what do you think's going to happen when every other political party says that, no, there's no problem with migrants, there's no problem with Islam, there's no problem with terrorism, it's just a fact of life, you know, there's nothing we can do to stop terrorism. And the only people who say otherwise are the fascists. The only people who say we can stop terrorism are the fascists. Most of whom aren't actually fascist, most of whom are simply, you know, somewhere right of Marxist. What are these people... I genuinely... I would love to actually be able to sit down with a fucking Antifa type and have an actual discussion with them and say, yo, what do you think was going to happen? Ooh. I will have a look at that once... I'll have a look at that once I wrap up the live stream. Pilots versus cavalrymen. I don't know why that amuses me so much. It just fucking does. I say, ground-dwelling peasant, I require a vehicle. What's an Antifa? An Antifa is basically... They are a group of domestic terrorists who claim to oppose fascism. And they oppose fascism by using the exact same tactics as the fascists. You know, it's we are opposed to people committing acts of violence, so we're going to attack people who we disagree with. I've made quite a few videos on Antifa, most of which just laughing at them and shouting at them. Fuck it, let's have a tank. Oh, did somebody steal a tank before I could? Yeah, cunt. Oh well. Antifa are amazingly dense people. Yeah, basically they are an offshoot of them. And Antifa basically believe that Donald Trump is a fascist. That anyone who voted for Trump is a fascist. And they have a duty to physically attack fascists. Sargon of Akkad actually did a really good video recently on an Antifa group, an offshoot called BAM. It means by any means necessary. And that's basically their MO. They believe they have to oppose Donald Trump by any means necessary, which of course includes domestic terrorism. And they are a fucking cult. That's kind of the point of his video. And it shows how they use cult tactics and how they indoctrinate people. And it's scary because the fucking mayor of Berkeley is a supporter, if not a member, of this cult. And that explains exactly how there's been so much rioting and violence in Berkeley. I don't know if it's fair to say I like Trump. I think he is necessary. I think he's better than the alternatives, and I do for the most part think he will be a force for good overall. I mean, he's a Republican, so I don't know. I probably don't agree with him on economic policy, but I think he'll be a good thing for America overall, especially because of the culture war, the whole culture war kicking off. I think there's... Oh Christ, they've got an airship. I don't know where the anti-aircraft guns are on this map. I think there's a lot of things that have come to a head recently. And I do think part of the issue is the other side, the far left people, the SJWs and all that. I don't think they understand what the status quo was. Yeah. Trump... That's one of the reasons I do like Trump. He was in favour of Brexit. So I understand why as well. It might have been for purely political reasons, to be honest, because Trump set himself up as an anti-establishment character. Whether you believe him or whether you think he was just, playing a game, he was an anti-establishment character, and Brexit was very much an anti-establishment movement, because pretty much everyone not only in British politics but in global politics said Brexit's a bad thing. You can't break up the EU. You have to stay. You have to vote Remain. So I don't know whether you want to be cynical about it or whether you genuinely think he thought Brexit was a good idea. Yeah, he did. It could go either way. I don't know. I admit, over time, I've become a little more... funnily enough, that is a really good point. There is a great degree of irony of an American being anti-Brexit, given the fact that that's what founded their country. The desire to not be British anymore, to be their own thing. But political left, they don't learn from history. History is racist, history is sexist, history is transphobic. We need to rewrite it, as I'm sure we're all aware by now. And that's just yet more fucking stuff to be depressed over. What the flying fuck did that? That was unpleasant.
We have lost.
Oh yeah, absolutely make a video on it. The more people who comment on these things, the better. I know there's criticism that I think it looks like part of your comments being cut off as well there. As well, meme. So I don't know what the entire comment was, but I know some YouTubers complain about how content gets a bit samey, and I've been mindful of that myself at times. There's things I've wanted to make videos on but haven't because it's like I've got to it late. Fucking hell, Rigel. But I think it is important to kind of spread things, because the left has dominated the media, and this I think is part of the problem. The left has dominated the media, and they've dominated academia. So there's been a very one-sided view of what mainstream opinion is. And I think part of the reason we're seeing such a vitriolic reaction from the extreme left is they're not used to being challenged. They're used to turning on the TV and hearing their opinion echoed back to them, and hearing their opinion echoed back to them in academia. They're not used to the idea that actually most people don't think like they think. So even if it's only on social media, if we can take back social media and say, actually, you're wrong, your views are not the majority views,
We have lost objective butter.
it will help. I think this is how the far left has got so strong, because when you think the left is the norm, rather than, being one side of a two-sided argument, it's just... your perception of the norm is just going to shift. That's why politically all parties seem to be sliding to the right. Because what used to be a far-right position suddenly became the right-wing position. And then it became the norm. Even fucking left-wing parties like Labour suddenly adopted right-wing positions. Yes, that is something else we need to take back. We just need to get rid of identity politics and this victim narrative. Where is he? Is he in the crater? Oh, there is There is going to be a lot more of a shitstorm to come, guaranteed.
We have lost objective Charlie.
There is much drama to come. Where the fuck did that accent come from? Seriously. Oh. I think I need to do more of these things drunk, because the drunk live streams are fun. I get too self-conscious trying to do these things live when sober, because I concern myself about not having anything to talk about, whereas when I'm drunk I don't give a shit, and I just make stupid nonsense comments in a French accent. Oh, then again, it's coming up to payday soon, isn't it? Oh, that means alcohol. Shit. That went well. Oh, every time I stop to read the chat, I get fucking murdered.
We are winning.
Well, the fishermen have been raped by the EU, or at least they're in the sense that they've been losing their way of life. They've been losing their... They've been told they're not allowed to fish in UK waters because, well, other people want to use it. I'm sorry, but there are fucking waters. Take it up with the Royal Navy if you disagree. Stabbies. Oh, that's not a person, that's a fucking artillery gun. What the fuck is firing at me? It's terrifying.
We have lost objective Edward. We have
bandits.
lost objective Charlie.
Oh well. Oh dear. Oh dear, Kyle. I think you're I think you're straying into the realms of some kind of disturbed erotic fanfiction there. Let's face it probably exists. In the depths of the internet, someone has made erotic fanfiction of sex between a fisherman and the European Union. Oh, there's one of the AA guns I was looking for before. Marvellous. Oh well. I always find what I need after the fact. Yes.
We have taken objective butter.
Oh dear God, this is this is becoming unsuitable for children and social justice warriors. Oh yes, give me your imports or exports. I don't know. What the fuck did I just press? What did I do? I think the screen probably just went black for you. My bad. Oh. Well, I am starting to understand why the EU apparently wants to bring in lots of black men from Africa. I mean, you know what they say about black people. Once you go black, you cannot go back. Because they've outbred the natives. Yes, I've had fun photoshopping Le Pen into various memes as a sister of battle. I don't know, I kind of like I'm going to refrain from the once you go black jokes because I think it's going to turn racist. Although it's not racist unless you actually intend it to be racist, but you know, and try telling that to Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Okay, what's this?
We have taken objective Edward.
Okay. There we go. One of the advantages of riding in a tank in this game is you can distract yourself. Actually, I saw something by that guy T, which was really surprising, and it's really not what I expected to hear from him. Talking about how he thought the oh, I cannot put it into words. My mind has gone blank. Basically, just go like watch his latest video. But he was saying things which I was just sat there listening to his video, going, dude, that if it was a white guy saying this, it would sound incredibly racist. It was just like he was saying along the lines of he actually thought anti-discrimination laws were a bad thing because when black people were discriminated against, they actually had to you know, create communities for themselves and create businesses that would serve black people, and that actually, you know, helped them because it meant black people had jobs and had stable families. And I was like, dude, are you like are you there is no fucking way anyone white could ever have been allowed to say that. I mean, I don't get into the fucking race baiting bullshit, but even I thought it was pushing it. Maybe that's just my own politics, though. I don't know. Maybe who knows? Maybe he's right. I do try to keep an open mind. Maybe allowing people to discriminate based on race genuinely does help black people in some backward-ass way. Oh yeah, I have seen that Chris Rock video. That was fucking brilliant. It's like how not to get shot. When the police pulls up, do not pull out your Glock. Address the police officer with, "What's the problem, officer?" Not, "Nigger, I will shoot your ass." Oh, I do kind of like Chris Rock sometimes. Not always. He's a bit hit and miss. Sometimes he pisses me off, but I did find that funny. Of course, the reason I found it funny is I'm a white supremacist. There you go. Someone else to take that out of context. Oh shit! Sorry. Revive. I'm not doing well now. Forgetting how to open fucking doors. But this is the thing, though. I think for all the fuss people make about racism, I mean, I make racist jokes, or I make anti-Semitic jokes. I make all kinds of jokes like that. But the whole point is they're jokes. I think humor is used as a coping mechanism. You know, we do recognise there are problems which may or may not be based on race, but you know, rather than getting really fucking angry and picking a fight, you know, laugh about it. You know, fix what you can, but why make people's lives hell over it? Especially when it's not actually their fault. I don't think I'm going to get any fucking headshots. Maybe I should just go back to being a sniper. What's my view? Was it a sudden shift to the right? I mean, to be honest, I haven't paid attention to UKIP in a long time, in the sense that I remember, oh, what was it? What was the first guy? The guy who founded it and basically said that he was ashamed to have ever created the party because he hates Nigel Farage that much. I've never liked the modern version of UKIP. I mean, I've been skeptical of Farage. I think he's really fucking hilarious. I love seeing him. I love seeing him in debates. I love seeing him on TV. I really, really fucking love Nigel Farage in the EU. I mean, that is like the best live comedy show ever made. It's just like, have you ever watched Dead Ringers? I mean, like, Nigel Farage. Is it Dead Ringers or their version of Nigel Farage is, I'm Nigel Farage. No, let me speak. This is all the European Union's fault. Poverty is caused by the European Union. We need to have a referendum and get out of Europe, and then everyone will be rich. No, but I think, I don't know. I don't have much faith in UKIP. I basically stopped paying attention to them at this point. It's become a laughingstock. I mean, how many times has Nigel Farage tried to leave UKIP at this point? It's like, I want to retire from politics. Okay. Nigel, we need you back. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine. Temporarily. Until someone can replace me. Nigel, your replacement's a cunt. Fine, I'll come back again. It's like, I just feel sorry for the guy at this point. UKIP has become a parody of itself. It's, I don't know. Tell you what, though, they really did fucking shake things up. I'll give them credit for that. They have caused so much of a shitstorm. They are basically the reason the Tories lurched hard to the right. They are the reason we got Brexit. I have no doubt about that. I think UKIP were perceived as such a threat to the Tories. They were such a threat to the Tories that they forced Cameron's hand. They forced him to say, yes, I will give you a referendum. And, well, that was a fucking huge mistake, as far as the Tories are concerned.
We have taken objective apples.
I mean, the Tories are parasites. They are fucking opportunistic scum. They don't actually have any morals or ethics or values beyond, you know, look after themselves and their rich mates. So they will say and do anything to hold power. And I hope that with basically the far right of politics collapsing at this point, and there is a real resurgence of the left. Not all of it for the best. There is a lot of fucking stupid lefties out there at the moment. Most of them are in the Green Party. But I think this rise of the left might well move the Tories. Whether that matters at all, I don't know. Hopefully it won't matter, because this will be the death knell of them. I don't think the Tories tried to clean up the welfare system. I think they tried to dismantle it. I think that the point of their reforms was to make it as difficult as possible to actually claim benefits. The Tories are ideologically opposed to the idea of poverty. They don't want to get rid of poverty. They just see poverty as a mental illness. You know, poverty is something that's your fault. They want to punish it. It's pretty much the only explanation for their policies. I mean, it's like, oh, we want to help the needy in society. Right, well, the needy need money, so why don't you give them money? Oh, because they don't deserve it. They should work to earn money. Well, why don't you create more jobs? Oh, well, we can't do that because multinationals want to take jobs overseas. Why don't you raise wages? Oh, we can't do that because multinationals don't want to pay people more money. So, how do you get out of poverty? Well, you inherit wealth from your parents, apparently. Have a There we go. Have a bayonet.
Objective apples.
That made me feel better.
We have lost objective Duff. We have taken objective butter.
It probably is harder to steal benefits than claim them legitimately. I mean, it's one of the reasons I think we need just the universal basic income. And I know I know there's plenty of people who are opposed to that idea, but I think it could work. It just cannot work unless you have really fucking strict border control. Because it does involve a huge welfare state. There's no denying that. Universal basic income needs a well-established, well-maintained welfare state. And you cannot allow people to flood in and take advantage of it. But that would alleviate a lot of the problems. I mean, whether it would work in practice, I don't know. I honestly don't. Small-scale pilot schemes suggest that universal basic income does work. But obviously nobody's ever tried it on a national scale. And I don't know. It could work, in theory. It may require major restructuring of the economy. But frankly, that's coming anyway. I mean, it's like, you look at things like automation. Yeah, I really should organise another Google Hangout. The problem is, half the time when I do a live stream, it is just on the fly. It's unplanned. It's just, yeah, I kind of feel like it. There's a lot of... I've been completely forgetting about my flares.
We have lost objective Duff.
Ah, well. But what was I going to say? I've been completely distracted by the game I'm playing. Oh, fuck it, I'll take a horse. No, but I think one of the things that needs to be looked at is... yeah, that's it. I was talking about how you might need to restructure the economy, but it's going to come anyway. I mean, just look at the general increase in automation. The number of jobs which are being automated is growing constantly, and you can't necessarily just replace these people. You can't just take the people who were doing the manual labour that has become automated and turn them into, I don't know, software analysts or something like that. I mean, you're going to have to change the economy one way or the other. You're going to have to deal with long-term high levels of unemployment. It's inevitable. We are going to reach a point, not within our lifetimes, but, you know, however many generations along the line, we're going to get a situation where basically the vast majority of the population is unemployed. Have a sword, sir! I mean, and what happens then? What happens? Because the current setup cannot work in that kind of world. In a world where the vast majority of people are unemployed because all the jobs are now done by robots, that society will fucking collapse. So we need a new way of doing things. We need a new setup. And I think one version I heard was you basically make it so that the amount of tax... Oh, fucking stuck! The amount of tax, like, a corporation pays is linked to, the level of automation.
An enemy armored train is en route.
So, you know, if all your employees have been replaced by robots, you don't... Obviously, you save money, the fact you don't have to pay wages. You don't pay national insurance and things like that. So instead, that you slap that company with a massive tax hike. You say, okay, well, to make up for the fact you're not employing people, you could have employed 300 people. Instead, you've got machines. So you basically pay for the universal basic income of 300 people. You know, along those lines is the thinking. Now, whether that would work or not, I do not know. You know, I'm not an economist. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not a lie, but it's not a truth either. You know, yeah, if you build a robot that can, well, the automated checkout. You know, if you build the automated checkout machine, you've created a job in the sense that somebody has to build automated checkout machines. Someone has to maintain automated checkout machines. But that's not necessarily the people who used to work at the checkout. So that's what we've got to deal with. And to be honest, I always thought that was the point of the don't have kids mantra. You know, the general idea that people don't need huge families anymore, that we should be having less children. I thought that was the point, because it's like, we want the country to have a smaller population because there's less for them to do. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I mean, I suppose there's never going to be... Obviously, there's never going to be 100% automation. I mean, there's some things... Actually, having said that, I don't think I should say that, because... I mean, the number of times reality has defied people's expectations is fucking huge. But I think it would be a very long time before full-scale automation becomes a thing. Certain jobs are harder to automate. I mean, things like artistic jobs. Professional YouTubers, there we go. I mean, can you imagine a computer program running a YouTube channel? It'd be fucking awesome, actually. I think it'd be absolutely amazing to create a YouTube channel that could scour the internet for content, and then produce its own content based upon that content. That'd be really fucking awesome. That would be a triumph of... That might actually be full-blown synthetic intelligence. That'd be cool. I mean, I suppose the easier version would be a gamer, a gaming AI. You plenty of games have bots. So you create a bot that plays video games, like a bot that plays Battlefield, and you just program it to look for certain clues. You can give it a personality. So you can give it something that says, okay, keep track of your kills to death ratio. Once your kills to death ratio gets below a certain threshold, or if you die too many times in a row, you start swearing at whoever kills you. You know? Oh, fuck. Point B has been captured. We must get that back. I think it's doable. To be honest, that's probably doable now. There we go, we got a bit of a project. That's something to work on in my spare time. Let's program a bot that plays games for us and can shitpost. Oh, sorry, Mama Meme. I didn't mean to commit a microaggression. Which is for some reason worse than a macroaggression. Possibly because microaggressions are a minority.
We have lost objective Charlie.
Oh, now that's cool. I like the idea of that. There is a lot of potentially cool stuff on the horizon. I mean, I don't know. As much as I object to the idea of everyone being replaced by machines, I think it's kind of cool that we can do these things. Oh god, an automated SJW. Well, the thing is, if we create an automated SJW, can we not create an automated shitlord to deal with it?
We are losing objective Duff.
Well, to be fair, it'd be much easier to automate the SJWs because you basically just need a program that responds to every single comment with racist, sexist, misogynist, transphobe, homophobe, Islamophobe, patriarchy. Let's face it, autocorrect is more intelligent than most SJWs. Come back, train! I just want to shoot you with a rocket! This is turning into a fucking Benny Hill movie at this point.
Return to the combat area.
Whoops. Bah! Let's see, I'm getting text messages. Okay. Okay, good. Not bad news. That's good to know. Damn it. Not on the scoreboard. Monte Grappa. Oh, really? Well, you know, it's been a while. Let's grab the battle pack. There we go. Normally by this point I would have been calling it quits, but to be honest I'm basically just waiting around being told that, yeah, I can actually go and visit my mum in hospital, so I might as well stick around and play more Battlefield. Let's get some battle packs. Superior battle pack. Right. Here we go. Live unboxing of a battle pack. And we get... Hooray! A skin for a pistol I don't own! Damn you, patriarchy! Okay, cool. Nice. Marvellous. So, how do I unlock the that pistol? I think I've got to play as the support class, don't I? Yeah, it doesn't look healthy, does it? I'm sure Mr. Mundy will be able to give you a history. He seems to be shit hot with weapons. Give me a tank. No! Wanted the tank. God damn it. Yeah, that... There we go. Play as the support them. Yeah, what's going to happen when robots become self-aware, though? I mean, that's a bit of a scary thought all around. I'm not sure I like the idea of robots that think for themselves. I mean, I don't think they're going to go Terminator 2 on us, but by the same token...
Return to the combat area.
By the same token, I really don't know if they will approve of us. Probably.
Objective apples.
Well, let's face it, like most kids, they will probably be hugely ashamed of their parents. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact I'm on console, or maybe it's just my lack of skill, but I just find that turret impossible to use. I don't know. Can you? We're gonna have a huge problem when. Oh! Speaking of huge problems, that's a fucking artillery truck. Run away! Well, it poses an interesting philosophical question, doesn't it? I mean, it depends on what can and cannot be racist. Well, yeah, the social justice warriors claim that everyone and everything can, will, and is racist and sexist. Can and will be, rather.
We have taken objective butter.
The question is whether a machine can be racist, because can a machine truly discriminate against people, or have prejudice against people? I mean, is Skynet... Is Skynet an anti-humanist AI? Is it discriminating against people? Fuck. Well, apparently dogs do have accents. Apparently dogs sound different depending on the language of their owners. Oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it? The various smartphone apps were called racist because they couldn't detect black people. It's like, well, you know, maybe it's not racist. Maybe it's limitations of hardware and software. Oh, you have to laugh at these people because the alternative is slitting your fucking wrists. But of course, no doubt, slitting your wrists is somehow cultural appropriation because no doubt it was invented by the Hunwun tribe of Eastern Phoenicia. I don't know. Behold the accuracy of a French-made weapon. Cock nuggets. Right. GTA 5. Oh god, I think I know. I think I know that. There was like was that Game Theory who were like they tried the 3 different characters and they tried to get arrested or harassed by the police in GTA, and the black character did get arrested more, which is kind of funny. There we go. Use the fucking bipod. Now it fucking works. Now there's no one to shoot at. Oh well. Well, you know, realism has to take a backseat to entertainment value. Speaking of. Right. That upsets me, so I'm going to do something about it. Let's blow the fucking doors off. Wrong button. Well, I got one of them. Maybe I can do it with a rocket gun. I just want to blow that door open so I can spam grenades.
We have taken objective butter.
Oh god, I did hear about that. It's like, I am tired of your shit, have a bike. Right. Gun. Right, well that should be the door open. If all went well. I honestly... I couldn't believe some of the shit that's coming out of Berkeley now. The revelation that basically the police are being controlled by Antifa, directly or otherwise. That's just disturbing.
We have lost objective butter.
I don't know why I'm wasting my fucking time on this meat grinder. It's obviously not the smart thing to do. There we go. This is what happens on this fucking map. The number of...
The enemy controls all objectives.
I did enjoy the irony of people complaining about how the alt-right have gone after teachers and tried to get them fired from their jobs.
A sentry kit is
And it's like,
available near your
hang on,
location.
isn't that what you do? I'm sorry, but you can't have a go at somebody for using your own fucking tactics against you. Yeah, this match is over. They're all hiding in all the fucking bunkers. I mean, I saw something as well about a lawsuit. Don't know who it was for, but they brought up how Berkeley has a policy for high-profile visitors. And this profile is essentially anyone who is deemed to be of high profile, of high importance, and thus high risk. They take special measures to, air quotes, protect them. You know, in other words, stop them from being allowed to speak. So people like Milo Yiannopoulos are high-profile targets, or high-profile speakers. But, like, people who work for the fucking government aren't considered high-profile speakers. Strangely enough, under this policy. They don't need extra security for a fucking representative of the Democrat Party. Or something like that. No, but they do need extra protection for, you know, Republican and such.
We have taken
And
objective
you know, they basically admit that this policy is just used as a means to silence Republicans. Because if they don't, Antifa will come and wreck shit. And they know that this. They've been told Antifa will come and wreck shit. Yes, it is a badass looking shotgun. Oh, wow, hello. Okay.
A sentry kit is available near your location.
Got him. Yeah, have you seen the news article about students getting docked for using the word man in an essay? I mean, it's like... It's fucking ludicrous. And of course, you know, oh, you can't use man because it's sexist. Mankind is sexist. No. Man used to be a generic term. It's fucking ludicrous. These people who are so fond of using certain words have no fucking clue where words come from. Shit. I picked a bad time to reload. Good time to drop a grenade, though. Ow, fucking hell. Ah. Giving myself severe leg cramps somehow.
We are losing objective butter.
Joys of being in physical pain. When did I become squad leader?
Rischiamo di perdere l'obiettivo, difendiamolo!
I do not remember where the word came from, but I do know that there used to
We have
be
taken objective Edward.
like two separate words for man and woman. That it was like we're men and woman or something like that. So basically there was, you know, there was man, which was generic and neutral, and then there was male man and female man. And we kind of lost we kind of lost the male man action. That at some point just became generic mankind or male. Maybe we need it back. Maybe we need a new generic word for...
We have lost objective.
Either a new generic word for humans in general,
Avanti,
or
conquistiamo l'obiettivo.
back to a gender-specific version of man. I mean, being able to go around going, I'm a wereman. That's kind of cool. Hello, sir. Be stabbed. Excuse me.
We have taken objective Duff.
Thank you. Shit.
We have taken objective Apples.
Yeah, well, people. Yeah, but mankind sounds more badass. Yes, I've I've heard the hyperbole of meat. The meat industry is just like the Holocaust. Well, no, it isn't, because animals aren't people.
Objective Charlie.
And I'm really sorry, but animals are a lower form of life. If that offends you, too bad. I think most of the SJWs are just delusional. I don't think most of them are bad people. I think most of them are just gullible people. Because some of these organizations, they are fucking cultish. They really are. These people are being indoctrinated into cults. So you can't really. Oh, fucking hell! The long startup time on this thing, and I cannot see because of the glare. Desperately need a medic. I mean, what was I saying before I started panicking? I think a typical SJW isn't, like, a bad person. They are just a person who has been grossly misled. Because, again, if you look at Sargon's latest vid... Oh, there's a tank rolling up there. I best bring the anti-tank. Sargon's latest vid, he points out... that he reads from a... I'll remember how words work in a minute. I promise. But he read about somebody who was a member of BAM. And basically just bailed out once they realised things were going bad.
We have an airship en route.
And it is really kind of disturbing how they were treated, how these people acted. But it's very clear this person who believed in BAM and supported them, once they realised things were going wrong, they tried to get out. They tried to escape.
We have taken
So
objective Butter.
I do think that a lot of them have good intentions. They genuinely do have good intentions, just got no fucking clue how the world actually works. And so they do all these fucking awful things. And they
Our airship has arrived.
for whatever reason, they feel completely justified in doing these horrible, horrible things. Where's that fucking tank gone? Maybe the armor's moved off. Oh well. No, I didn't see that. I've run out of things to talk about. Hooray! We need to find a new topic.
Return to the combat area.
I could bitch and moan about how god-awful this plane is, I suppose. Why the fuck did I choose it? Those bombs do not have any kind of blast radius. It's infuriating. There you are. Whoops. Oh, I might have to look into that then. That sounds worth a look. Please repair the tank. Oh, yeah, what is it with the lack of decent haircuts in the political world? I mean,
Take an objective apple.
Kim Jong-un has to take the cake, surely. I mean, when it comes to bad haircuts, that guy is is a master. It is a glorious example of the terrible abuses that North Korean hair has to endure. To be honest, I'm not surprised Metallica are SJWs. I'm really not. They just strike me as that kind. The true blood metalheads. You won't find a proper hardcore metalhead who's an SJW. But Metallica's like mainstream enough. If you take my meaning. I'm gonna blow that up just to be sure.
We have
Oh
lost
dear.
objective button.
Oh, is that in reference to Theresa May, perhaps? The wonderful warm smile that doesn't extend beyond her crocodile teeth. But then again, what do you expect from the homunculus of Margaret Thatcher?
The enemy controls all objectives.
Yeah, there we go. We shall rebuild Kekistan in Sealand. Well, why not? It's close enough. I mean, there are what? I don't know how many Kekistanis there are. I've heard reckonings of about maybe 10,000. Can we get 10,000 people in Sealand? Or what about Anglesey? What about the Isle of Man? Should we invade the Isle of Man? The Isle of Man shall be renamed the Isle of Kek. God damn it. I dare not look at my kill to death ratio. I have done terribly. I'm going to need to play Team Deathmatch when no one's watching to make up for this.
We have taken objective apples.
I am on. Okay. I'm honestly getting tired of waiting around. Just I am basically waiting for a text saying that I can head up to the hospital. It is tedious and frustrating.
We are losing.
Oh fuck.
Quello è un carro!
Well, that went better than I expected. Well, I could go anyway, but like, you know how Sod's Law works. Or go to the hospital and she'll be fucking taken in for an endoscopy.
We have taken objective Duff.
Right, let's... There we go. Steal a plane while we can. Well, it's... I think this is the problem we're going to have. We need to... If we're going to establish a nation of Kekistan, we need to find somewhere we can claim to have an ancestral link to. I'm pretty sure the endoscopy is mouth. I think a colonoscopy is the other end. Let's see, what time are we on? Yes, I think I might grab an early lunch. Well, it has been fun. Oh, no. Oh God, let's flee. Please take that screen away. It has been fun hanging out with you all, talking shit. I will have to organise some kind of a Google Hangout. That does seem a good idea. Maybe if I can find a topic to talk about that we can have discussions on. Discussions generally work best though when we've got like some level of disagreement. So we'll have to find someone to disagree with. I think it'd be fucking hilarious if we could actually find a member of Antifa. That'd be glorious. That'd be absolutely glorious. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the carnage that will cause? But we all know that Antifa don't do live streams because live streaming is racist and fascist. Yes, thank you for the well wishes. We'll come up with something. Don't know what yet, but we'll come up with something. See you all later.